Hi YouTube, Rando here. So this is going to be a VR of sorts, not for a giveaway or anything, but Flint and Steel Survival had taken a rifle. I believe it was his father-in-law's rifle actually, or it was either his dad or his father-in-law's one. Took the void in the stock and turned it into a little survival kit and kind of threw out a challenge. Not to be specific or anything, but he's a channel that I watch. By the way, he has a great channel. Go check him out if you like what you see. Sub him up. I'll try to leave a link below to the original video that he did, and I believe it was, I don't recall what rifle he did it with. It was a 308. Damn it. And I knew the rifle too. I don't recall what exact rifle he did it to, but what they did was they took the void that's inside of the stock of it and turned it into a small survival kit of sorts. I tried to do the same thing with this one. This is the 1022, as you can see, Ruger Takedown. But the problem with it is it's ultra thin. So I couldn't fit much in there, but I did fit a little bit in there just to kind of give you an idea of what size the stocks on these actually are. And this is about the same size as the carbine and the classic as well. The compact, I believe, is about as thin as this one, where the carbine or the carbine and the classic have a thicker stock, so those would probably work a little better. And one thing about this one that I didn't realize is any 1022 I've ever taken apart here is usually got two screws right here, and it's either the classic or the compact one has a screw up here and a screw down here, and then the rest of them that I've ever messed with always had two screws in it. The Takedown doesn't have any screws, which was kind of, I don't know, a little bit weird. I've never seen one like that, so I just took a knife and started prying on this thing, not really caring if I mauled it. I did maul it a little bit, as you can see, but I'm going to be changing this stock out with a different kind of stock. And the reason I use the 1022 Takedown is because we're building a survival kit with it already that is going to actually go inside the bag that the Takedown comes with. So I figured we already had it out, we were already messing with it, why not just go ahead and try it. And what I found is this back plate here is kind of glued on there, so I was kind of scared to take it off. Let me do this. I'm going to have to do this off camera. I was kind of scared to take it off because then I was afraid it was just going to fall off by itself, but this thing stays on there pretty tight. It's actually kind of hard to get off and on. So there's your plate, and they had it glued all the way around this rim on the inside of the rim in here. So, but it stays on there really well without it. Like, you're not just going to take your hand and rip this thing off. I guess you could if you had fingernails or something to get down in there and they were strong enough to withstand the force of pulling this off, but I actually have to use a knife to get it off, you know what I mean? So one thing I didn't include in here is an actual blade. That's something I would like to go in here, and then maybe some fishing hooks, something like that. So what I did include was a pencil, little golf pencil with some duct tape on it. And we'll lay it all out so you can see just how much it'll actually fit. I went with a Mylar blanket. I know that's not most people's go-to, but you know, multiple uses on a Mylar blanket. There's good videos out there on it. And the rest of this stuff is kind of packed off in there a little bit. There we go. So we have the UST Sparky, little fire starter there. I almost went with the thin one, the UST Strike Force, I believe it's called. We got a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. Actually, I think it's a half gallon. It's one of the smaller ones. I just included this for the little compass, less for the thermometer, but I went ahead and threw it in nonetheless. So I mean, I guess you could cut it off or buy a button compass, but this one's real thin, and that's one thing I went for, was the thinner items. A little bit of fishing string. This is the only cordage included. Actually, on his that he did, he had an awesome amount of cordage in there, in like 3 different kinds, I believe. This would probably be replaced with the Gerber Dime, but it's a little Sheffield multi-tool. Not the best little multi-tool. And we have some ammunition. There are 20 rounds in here, so enough to fill the 10-round rotary mag twice. Just with this amount in there, it is pretty full. If you took the Mylar blanket out, you could fit a lot of other stuff in there, but I wanted something that would go, towards shelter, something like that. You could definitely fit more stuff in there, thin stuff. Down in the bottom, you could probably fit some more ammo. A bunch of smalls, like I said, fishing hooks, stuff like that would definitely fit down in there. But you can see that's quite a bit of stuff for this little bitty stock. So if you have a larger rifle with one of these regular stocks on it that have the void on it, you could probably fit a lot of stuff in it. In fact, if you go back and look at Flint and Steel Survival's video, they have quite a bit more than this in there. This is really comprehensive, so go check that video out for sure. Even if you don't go sub them up, go check the video out. It's an awesome video. But you should sub up because he does have good videos. We're going to be taking this 1022. This is going to come out of it, I'm sure. I might leave it in there. I don't know. Maybe fit a little bit more room inside. Yeah, I probably will. Just leave the stock full of this stuff. And then the bag itself, could be turned into a cool survival kit. And this would just be redundancies, more or less. I'll probably take that multi-tool out because I already have a multi-tool on the bag. I have the Gerber suspension attached to the outside of the 1022 bag. But anyways, we're going to be showing that video. We're going to be showing a video on it. We'll probably shoot it later this week sometime. So we're going to be doing a new 1022 Takedown survival pack. It was the little hunting pack that we used to carry. But now if I go out with a 22, I'm going to take the AR-7. Haven't got a chance to take it out yet, and looking forward to that. Just running it through the rounds. I know it's a great gun. I've shot it, but it's not something we've actually taken out camping or anything. So that'll be cool to do. And when we get that video up, we'll, like I said, probably we'll shoot it this week. So it'll probably be up like next weekend or something. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.